Hello, this is Hammering the Premier League. My name is Chaz, and this is my co-presenter Jack. We've got a great episode lined up for you guys today. So just put your feet up, relax, and enjoy. So, welcome to episode 2 of Hammering the Premier League. Today, we're going to be talking about more of the latest transfer news, hammer signing, and the latest from the Euros. We've got some transfer news basically. And Jack, do you want to start us off?
West Ham have signed Wolves defender Max Kilman for 40 million Great British pounds on a 7-year contract. I don't know about you, Chaz, but I think that's a quality signing.
Yeah, he's going to be class. I think he's going to be class. He's such a. I loved him at Wolves, and obviously so did Lopetegui.
Yeah, I think that would be good.
Yeah, I mean some of the stats he's had here, like 1,900 successful passes, and that rounded out to an 86% success rate with his passes. So,
But
we
I do want to say, it does worry me that he's only got a 45% tackle success rate. That does,
yeah,
because the thing is, if you're a defender, surely that should be in low to high 60s.
yeah.
Maybe even like low 70s, but only 45.
I mean,
It is a bit concerning.
70s is off a lot. I mean, just looking at Kurt Zuma's here, he's got his tackle percent rate is 74%.
Yeah,
So okay, 70% isn't actually that hard to ask for. But yeah, I do
and
agree
that's
with you there.
Zuma. Like his legs are gone, or his knees anyway.
Yeah, I do agree. That could be something to worry about. But he's got a 73, not 70, 71% aerial duels won, which I think I mean, we've always had that presence in the air.
Yeah,
I mean, like look at a Gerd. He's got a 59% aerial duels won. So he's not really that. He's not that. He's I don't know. Kilman brings in that aerial presence that we had originally, but he just improves it a bit. Do you know what I mean? I mean, he's got 2 goals and an assist across 44 games this season, which for a centre back.
but I mean, I didn't really see much when he was at Wolves, so I don't know if he went up for the corners or not. But if you're in the opposition's box, I mean, he's tall. He's like 6'4". He's not small by any means.
Yeah,
And like you said, like a 71% aerial duels won. I'd like to see a bit more on that, maybe. But beggars can't be choosers, so we'll take what we can get. Right, what's next, Chaz?
yeah, we've got no. I'm sorry. West Ham are in talks to sign Leon defender Jake O'Brien for a fee of around £17 million, and that's coming from Sky Sports. There, I don't know too much about him, to be honest.
No, neither
What
do
about
I. I've not heard about him,
you?
but looking at his stats, I mean, where does he? Oh, he's a defender. 73. Yeah, like there. 73% of tackles are won. Like
Yeah,
that should be what Kilman's going for. Do you know what I mean? I mean, he's got
yeah,
a bit less on the aerial duels, only 64%. 5 goals and 2 assists. So he's got a lower aerial duel success rate than Kilman, but he's got more goals and assists
in less games as well.
in less games. Yeah.
Many games
So now looking at these stats, I am getting just a tad worried.
I
But
mean, I still think Gilman's going to be solid, but I think bringing in Jake O'Brien, he's only young. I can't remember how old he is, to be honest, but
yeah,
he's only young. I think he could. I think he would be a good signing as well. Looking off the information that we've got, I think he could be pretty good. Do you know
I
what I mean?
mean, I have heard that if we do bring in any more defenders, we would have to sell either a Gerd or Zuma or both. But that also takes us on to something that we'll talk about in a minute. But first off, West Ham have reportedly made an offer for 19-year-old Corinthian striker Wesley something.
Gazova.
Yeah, that. Nicknamed the next Mbappe. So that's I don't really know much about him. I've heard of him.
Title. That's a big title.
That is a big title, yeah. But I mean, looking at this, I mean, 82% pass accuracy, which is good. 51 dribble success. Nah. He's got the same goals and assists as Jake O'Brien does, and he's a defender. He's got one more assist, and he's played more games. So, I say we take this Jake O'Brien or Brian guy up front.
I mean, obviously.
What? No, but come on.
I mean, Jake O'Brien's 23. Wesley Gasova's 19. I mean, two completely different players. Jake O'Brien's a defender. Gasova's a winger who, I mean, he's got obviously his pass accuracy 82%. That's very good. I think for a winger, that's very good.
Yeah.
I mean, and his dribble success. I mean,
it's not great.
He plays for Corinthians. I mean, in the Brazilian league, obviously, Brazil do have, or in the Brazilian league, they do have some big centre backs and big defenders. And he's 9 to a 50-50 chance of getting past the defender. I think that's. I don't know. I'm torn whether that's good or not. 50-50. Is he gonna that's literally he's running up to the defender. Is he gonna beat him? Is he not gonna beat him?
Yeah.
Whereas someone like Kudus, he's gonna beat him.
I mean, we've already. I like what Tim Stein is doing because I think he has flown out to Brazil again to do some more scouting for us. But I mean, he's already brought in Luis Guilherme or whatever his name is. But I did want to mention this at some point. I've come up with a really good nickname for him.
Oh no!
I did want to. He probably won't catch on, and you'll think I'm like proper weird for this. But I'm going to start calling him Lulu because I can't say his second name.
What a weirdo!
No, but I can't say his second name. I can't say it, so I'm just gonna, and I'm not going to call him Lewis, am I? So I'm going to call him Lulu. It's better than Nobes. That sounds like a gnome in the garden.
Lulu.
Yeah.
Lulu. Oh. I don't like that.
I think it's quite funny.
It's not funny. It's weird.
No, it's quite funny. Anyway, on to the next one. Swiftly on to the next one.
Shut up. West Ham have inquired over the signing of Villarreal striker Alexander Soloth, and Villarreal have pointed us to his release clause of about £32 million. I like Soloth. I mean, he's in his prime at the moment. He's 28. I mean, last season he had an average of 0.8 goals per 90 in the league.
Yeah,
so that's almost a goal a game.
But I can't. The thing is, I can't see us spending 32 million. I like, because the thing is, what we need to do, we've already got an overload of players in attack. Yeah, like the striker position might be a bit of a funny one, but like if we get in what's his face? Was it Jonathan Davies? Or Jonathan David? Something like that. Yeah. He if we actually get him, I don't know if his price tag is a bit more or less than that. I'm not sure, but I don't see the point in signing a 28-year-old. I would like to see someone a bit younger fill that role. And like I said, someone's going to have to go. So someone is going to have to go.
I'm thinking, right? I think we do need to bring in a couple strikers. As much as Antonio, I mean, we need to get rid of Danny Ings.
Yep, desperately.
As much as he's like been quality and he's been so good for us, he's not really. He's old.
He's old. He's not good. Doesn't suit our play style. Those are the words that you're looking for, because we are not a two-striker formation team. And this is something that we've been since before David Moyes came in. So, I mean, we are flexible.
We've always really had I say always had an issue with strikers. We like in the past few years, our main issue has been strikers. We've only had we had Arnautovic, who was a striker, sort of played on the wing every now and then, but then he left.
Yeah.
We had Haller come in. He was all right, just didn't work. He left, went on to do great things with Dortmund and Ajax.
The thing
Same with
is, a lot of clubs are having the same issue as us. Like, look at Arsenal, for example. Right, they were using, who was it? Jesus. They had him up front for a while, and they're using Havertz now up front. Obviously, they've got the likes of Nketiah, but it's not. It's nice to know that it's not just us struggling to fill that role. I mean, obviously, we've got Antonio, who is, don't get me wrong, one of the best strikers we've had. But I would like, if we did get anyone, I'd prefer it not to be a 28-year-old. I'd prefer it to be like someone more on the younger end, maybe like Mubama. Maybe is there anyone else from the youth academy that we can bring up? Maybe. I mean that's a very rare thing to happen, to play them like from the youth academy straight into the first team. But if there is anyone, I'd like to see him. I don't know of anyone, so we might have to just go out looking for someone a bit younger that can maybe sit on the bench for most matches. But that's what Lulu's for.
Oh, don't call him Lulu. But anyway, I don't think it's rare for teams to take players straight from the youth team and put them in the first team. I don't think that's right. But I mean,
but the thing is, we haven't heard of anyone young.
If we had the money, I'd have David and Sorloth. I think.
Really?
I know Sorloth's 28, but it's not old. Like old is like 33, 34, 35. I mean, even the player who's like 32, still, depending on who it is and where they play, like can still run around and play a good game.
But the thing is, there's no guarantee that he's gonna switch club and he's gonna be fine with it. And what I mean by that is he's gonna actually be able to settle in. Well, because he's a bit older, right? He's gonna look for a club. He might be starting to look for clubs to like end his career at. And I know 28 is quite young still, but realistically, you know, this is football. It gets younger every season. I mean, like I heard a couple months ago that there was I think it was a 14-year-old who was playing in Serie B professionally. Like that, that is mental, isn't it?
Wow.
But like all the players are getting younger every day, and when I mean that, I mean like the newer players. And the late 20s is now considered old, which is insane. But I mean, there are some really, really good wonder kids out there. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm waffling, but I think we need to move on now because I don't want to stay on this subject for too long. West Ham have bid 25 million, and it's been turned down for the French defender Jean-Claire Todibo. He's keen on joining the club, but the only issue is financials. Now, I'm not sure if anyone's heard of this already, but we have made an offer. A Gerd and Zuma, and I believe a sum of money for Todibo.
I don't know if that was official. That might have just been
I'm not sure if it's official, but I believe that has happened. So we'll keep an ear out, and we'll tell you next week if anything develops on that side of things. I would like Todibo. Not sure if I'd trade in 2 players for him. I mean, obviously, I do want Zuma gone because he has got a fairly big wage. And a Gerd does want to leave. I have heard that he does want to leave.
I mean, I would want a Gerd and Zuma. Not want them out, but I mean, I think we do need to sell them. But I personally think it wouldn't be terrible doing a 2-player swap. I don't think that'd be, and then signing Jake O'Brien. I don't think that'd be bad because that's 4 really good defenders that we'd have in Kilman, O'Brien, Tadibo, and Mavropanos.
Yeah.
I think that those 4 would be a very solid rotational.
Yeah, very solid. Yeah.
Quad.
But I mean, it might be that Mavropanos plays right back for us because
I'm not sure about that, you know.
I don't know either, but he can play there. But it's just because like we've only got Soufal like as right back. Like who are we going to bring in? Like we've got Ollie Skulls, but he's a left back. And then maybe we could make Emerson play on the right, but would he really be that good? You've got to have a right-footed right back. It's like with England, like they've got 2 right-footed left backs, or 2 like, you know what I mean. But it's difficult to fill that role, and I don't know who would do it because, as far as I'm hearing, we're not in the market for a right back, which is quite shocking. So maybe Lopetegui is thinking, well, we've got Mavropanos, maybe we can use him as a right back and we'll bring in these 3 centre backs and they can play there. I know we've given Cresswell a new contract, so maybe he can switch in between right back and left back, and he can also play centre back should we need him and if we don't get any of these centre backs. But you know, we've got plenty of players that can play in many different positions and roles, but I would, instead of having someone that can do the job, I'd like to buy someone who's that's what their job is, if that makes sense. But yeah.
I mean, if you look at some of Tadebo's stats that we've got here, a 90% pass success rate and
that's mental.
An average of 2 tackles per game.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's because there was a comparison between Tadebo and Zuma and Agurd, and the average of 2 tackles per game was a lot higher. I don't even like the Zuma and Agurds. I can't remember whose it was, but one of them was 1.3, and I don't even think the other one was in the ones. I think that was like 0.8 or something.
I think Agurd has got quite a good pass success rate, hasn't he? I think that is, last time I checked, it was quite high. I think it was in like high 80s. So the thing is, I'd like to keep Agurd. I'm going to say it. I'd like to keep Agurd. He's a quality centre back.
Yeah.
But it's a shame because he's had so many injuries that have been setting him back. I mean, who was it that we started him and he got that ankle injury? Was it No. I mean, like what team? I think it was Leverkusen one.
Oh, was it Sporting?
No, I don't know. It was in Europa League. It was last season. It was a Europe game, and I think it was either Freiburg or Leverkusen, and it was one of the away games. But like that's where it holds him back.
Anyway, also, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, Tadebo also has an average game rating of 6.9, which might be like, oh, it's not on the 7s, but first of all, that's really good for a centre back. He plays for Nice, who aren't the best team in France. They're going to concede like quite a few goals, and he's still getting an average rating of 6.9. And also compared to Zuma and Agurd, they both had 6.3 and 6.4. So that's immediately. I mean, I know 2 different leagues and 2 different play styles, but immediately that's a lot better, a massive improvement.
Right. Moving on. Charlie, do you want to... This is a new segment. Do you want to introduce it?
I keep forgetting I'm hosting this one. Next thing on the list, like I said in the intro, we're presenting our favourite transfers.
Yep.
So we've both lined up a few of our favourite West Ham transfers.
We've both got 5 with 2 honourable mentions,
which I've still found very difficult to find.
Do you know what? When we was writing the script for this the other day, he was doing, oh yeah, we'll do a segment on our favourite transfers. And I was like, oh yeah, all right, that sounds good. And then I look at the Google Doc, like that's where we write our script, and I see he's written down 15 players. He's got 10 top 10 players, and then 5 honourable mentions.
And I still haven't sorted them out. I couldn't.
Have you not?
No.
Do you want me to start us off then while you try to figure out who you're going to rate?
Please.
Okay, so these are my favourite transfers. Coming in at number... or who should I do first? Honourable mentions or straight into the top 5?
Do it however you want. I know what I'm going to do, but just do it however you want.
All right, I'll do the top 5 and then I'll do the honourable mentions. Number 5, Carlton Cole. I think quality player.
Yeah, I agree.
Number 4, this might be a bit controversial in front of Cole, but Antonio.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was. I didn't really know where to put him. I knew I wanted him on there, but I just wanted to sort it out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Antonio in 4th, 3rd, Jared Bowen. I mean, he was going to be on the list at some point, weren't he? I mean, he got us that European trophy. He's a quality player, great role model for all the team. He's just a great person in general. Number 2, Di Canio.
Okay.
Yeah. And do you want to take a wild guess at who I've put at number 1?
Is he any good at free kicks?
Oh, yeah, he might be. Yeah, you're on the right track.
Is he from? Is he like east of England somewhere, like a country east of England? French.
Yeah, he's French. Yeah, it's Dimitri Payet. Great player.
Yeah.
Great set piece taker. Now on to honourable mentions. I haven't put these in order. It's just my honourable mentions. Andy Carroll.
Okay. Yeah.
And Kudus. And I know that might be a bit iffy with the Kudus, but I know he's only played 1 season for us, but he is so good. Do you know what I mean? I think all of those players are just absolute quality.
Yeah.
Right, have you sorted yours out yet, or do you need a minute?
Oh, I'm gonna have to just wing it at this point. I'm gonna ignore the honourable mentions that I've got, and I'm gonna take 5 out of the top 10 that I had, and just So I'm just gonna go number 5. Antonio.
Okay.
Antonio.
I'm surprised you made your list. I'm really surprised you made your list.
Number 4. Number 4, a bit of a shocking one, you could say, but I've gone Paqueta.
Really?
Yeah, I think he was just such a joy to watch, I think, his past couple of seasons. And obviously that decisive pass to win us the Conference League, I think he just, in my opinion, he is one of the best signings that we've made in recent times. So at number 3, I've got a similar top 3 to you.
Right.
3rd, I've gone for your number 1.
Really?
Yeah.
That is surprising.
I mean, I remember him joining, and he was great it was our last season at the Bowling, 2015-16 season, and he left 2017 to 18. So if he'd stayed at the club longer, I would have put him higher. But the only reason I've put him 3rd is because he was a great signing, obviously one of the best we've had, but he was only at the club for a season and a half.
Yep.
So that kind of did push him down a bit.
Yeah, I get that.
Number 2, great minds think alike. I've gone Di Canio as well.
Okay. Yep.
I think that's pretty.
That's respectable. Yeah.
Yeah. No introduction needed, really.
Yeah.
But number 1, I've gone Jared Bowen.
Right.
I've gone Jared Bowen. I think
as your right. Okay.
Yeah, I think when he first joined, January 2020. I remember me and my dad just being really excited about him, and 20 million or 25 million.
Yeah.
Great deal. you know, he looks like a great player, and we were really excited when he scored his first goal. And like 4.5 years later, he's like our best player. He's won us a trophy for the first time in like just under 50 years,
Yeah.
and I think he's just such a, there's no, I can't even put to words like how good he is. He's just so good, man. So he's my favorite player as well on the team. So
Yeah.
yeah, he's my favorite. And honorable mentions, man. This is difficult. 7 different players to choose from here, but I'm gonna go with Joe Cole.
Yeah. Okay.
For mine. I mean, I wasn't really old enough when he was playing for us. I mean, his first stint with us, I weren't even alive. So, but I know he was like a quality player. Obviously, he was at Chelsea as well, and I'm pretty sure he played for Liverpool. So I think he's one of my favourite West Ham signings. But also, I'm gonna go with, you know what? Screw it, Craig Dawson.
Wow.
Craig Dawson.
Now
When he
that's controversial.
when he signed on loan, I remember thinking, David Moyes, you silly cow, what are you doing? What? Like, he's just been relegated. He's been relegated with West Brom. He just got relegated with Watford and loaned out to us. Like, if he can't make it at 2 relegated sides, how is he going to make it at West Ham, who are in Europe?
Yep.
And then he shut me up like crazy. Like,
Yeah.
Alan Dawson was my goat. That like, what was it? It was 22, 23, I think it was. He was so. Oh no, it was 21, 22, wasn't it? Yeah, he was so good, scoring just crucial goals in the Europa League, making that like was it like frame perfect tackle,
Yeah.
and he was It's a bit of a weird one to go for my honorable mention, but I
It's
think
weird but respectable.
I think I'm really annoyed that we had to let
Yeah.
him go, but again, it's like family issues and stuff, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's our favourite transfers. Yeah,
Right.
on to the next
Now
one. Yeah,
I'm really excited because I really want to do the game, or should we leave it till last? I really want to do the game.
let's leave it to last. Leave it to
Okay, okay. I'm like
last.
itching to do it because I know you're going to lose. So I haven't gone back to like the 60s, so don't worry.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I haven't. It's in the 2000s, so there's a pretty good chance that you'll get it.
Don't tell me what it is yet, though. Okay?
I'm not going to. I'm not going to.
Because first, before that, we've got to talk about the Euros.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Now,
be honest.
go on.
I went for a prediction of 3-1 to Switzerland,
Yep.
and that just didn't happen, did it?
I was bang on. I was actually bang on. I said England would have been on penalties.
You did actually.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be honest. This might be heavily biased, but I didn't understand all the hype around Saka that game. I know
Really?
he scored that great goal, and he made a few runs behind the defender, but other than that, he wasn't really.
Did you know that Saka is the only person, or no, he's run past that defender more times than the amount of players have once. I don't know if that made sense, but that is the statistic.
Sort of.
Like he is like the only person in the tournament to run past that guy like as many times as he did. So I look. Of course, I want Bowen of course I want Bowen in, but for a while I was hoping that Cole Palmer would fill that role instead of Saka. But seeing what Saka did on the penalties and on just the whole game in general, it's not really changed my mind about him. But it does it does make me remember that he is capable of doing some things that some members of the squad can't. Whereas, like, if we had Anthony Gordon, if we had Gordon there, like, he would not be able to do any of that. And I think this might be a bit controversial, but I don't think Cole Palmer would have been able to do any of that either. And I don't think Bowen would have either. I think only Saka could do what Saka did in that game. And if we win this tournament, I'll be eternally grateful for that. Because he took a really good pen. That goal was incredible. I remember I was sitting on the sofa and I saw it and I jumped up and we weren't out of Europe just yet, or we weren't out of the Euros just yet. And it showed that we do have that little bit of fight in us, and we might not be performing to our very, very best, but we still are performing. We still are hanging in there just about. Like, we're through to the semi-finals against the Netherlands. Like, after that, who are we going to get? Like, I reckon we'll get France, and I know we can beat France. We can definitely beat France, but we've got to put in the performance.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't got anything against Saka. I would just, well, I do, but I just, I mean, how do I say? I mean, I'm trying not to be biased, but it's like, I feel like when he gives the ball away, that's overlooked by like the few times he'd run past the defender.
Yeah,
I feel like his mistakes are overlooked, but because he did give the ball away or make a poor pass quite a bit that game, I think, and he can't cross the ball. Like he can't cross for the life of it. Like he has to either shoot or pass back, or like he can't get that crossing. Whereas
but
I
that's
think
Southgate, no?
the other, what?
That's Southgate, no? Saying,
No,
putting across or like pass
no,
it back.
I mean Saka can't put in a good cross. He can get the ball in, but either goes way too far, way too short, or it's just pants in general.
Yeah.
No, I think Bowen, Palmer, and Gordon can all get in crosses. I think Palmer's got that. I mean, they're all left-footed apart from Gordon. I'm pretty sure. I think Gordon's right.
Palmer is special. I hate to say it.
Yeah.
Like, he is. He's a Chelsea player, but like, come on, that guy's going somewhere. He's. I wouldn't be surprised if he was gonna be up there with like Vinny Jr. when he's a bit older. Do you know what I mean? I'm actually gutted that we didn't sign him. Was it last season? Like, or before he signed for Chelsea when he was leaving Man City. Like, I'm absolutely gutted that we couldn't get him because he is such a player. And that's coming from a West Ham fan, and I don't like Chelsea at all.
I mean, I think one thing that's got to be addressed as well. Harry Kane, man.
Yeah.
What is his problem? No, actually, no. I can answer that question. Germany is his problem. I think since moving to Germany, he's lost all his physical fitness because Bundesliga nowhere near as intense as the Prem.
You know
so
what?
he's not having to run as much.
Yeah, true.
He's having the ball played to him.
He's scoring goals from the halfway line. Like,
yeah, like in Germany, he wasn't trying at all. Like in the Prem, he had to beat defenders. He had to shrug them off.
Yeah,
he's in Germany. He could just shoot and it go in.
Yeah.
So I think because you can see he's running.
I did see
he's running, he's not moving. Like he's just lost it all. Like ability wise, he hasn't, but fitness wise, he has. So I think we do need to bring on someone like Watkins or Tony. I think Tony played really well against Slovakia. So yeah, what were you going to say?
I saw something. I saw the average positions for the Denmark game, and Harry Kane was playing left back. And
wow.
Yeah, I know. That's how far he's dropping back. Harry Kane is playing left back.
That's another thing. He keeps dropping back, and that's annoying me.
Yeah, but that goes on to my point. I opened the comments on because it was something on Instagram. It was the average positions after we scored the goal. And someone said, I'd like to see him play left back at the camp. And I think that ties me into my next point perfectly. Drop Harry Kane. Drop Harry Kane. Drop him.
Drop him further down the field. Drop him completely.
Don't drop him. Like, don't drop him into the midfield. He's not a midfielder. He's not a cam. He's not a centre defensive midfielder. He's not a centre back. He's not a left back. He's not a right back. He's a striker. If you're a striker, at least make sure that you're playing him properly, Southgate. At least make sure that he's up there. He can get in the box. He's annoying those two centre backs to the point where he can make a run. They won't even notice, and by the time they notice, it's too late because he's already got the ball at his feet and he's at a 1v1. He's having a 1v1 with the keeper. But if he can't do that, if you sit him down and you tell him, Southgate, I'm talking to you, mate. If you sit him down and you say, Harry, look, if you keep dropping back, I'm going to have to drop you from the first team and I'll put in Ivan Toney. Because Ivan Toney, when he's come on, he has pressured so well. His attacking position, his movement in the final third is just absolutely incredible. He annoys the defence. That's what he does. He's so, like, in what, the 30-40 minutes that he's played, he has played so much better than Harry Kane has for the past 4 games that I've seen. So that's why, Southgate, drop Harry Kane from the first 11. Drop him. He doesn't do anything. He causes more harm than he does good. He drops back and plays like a centre-back. He's a striker. Not sure if you know the difference between the two, but striker means you stay up the field and not come back. So, yeah. I'm like, he made that really good tackle against Switzerland. Yeah, sure. But you're a striker. That's the centre-back's job. You know, like, that's why we needed Mark Gahey, not Kwanzaa, who to be fair, did actually do quite well.
Yeah, I do think Kwanzaa played really well that game.
Yeah.
I can't lie, I did keep thinking it was Gahey because of how well he was playing.
Yeah.
I did think he done really well.
I'd choose, as soon as Gahey's back, I'd choose him over Kwanzaa. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd like to see him play a bit more Kwanzaa, but only as coming off the bench, because I don't think he has the ability to compete with those who can start in the squad.
Predictions? What do you think? Semi-final.
Okay, so I'm gonna say
I'm talking about the Spain-France as well.
Yeah, so for the England game, I'm gonna go 2-0 England. I'm confident, and I haven't been since the start of this tournament, so that means that I actually am quite confident. And for the Spain-France game, I think I'm gonna go. Do you want what I want to happen or the realistic thing?
Both.
What I want to happen is 0-0 France win on pens. What's going to happen is 4-1 Spain. Because France haven't scored a goal from open play this entire tournament.
No, they haven't actually.
Like, that's who I like. If we actually do want a chance at winning this, like, we can take the Netherlands, bring them on. But, like, there's no way that we are getting Spain. Sorry, like, we can get France. Like, come on. Like, we got to believe in ourselves. Like, they're not scoring from open play. They've been just as bad, if not worse, than we are. And we're getting a bit better now. So if they somehow manage to get round Spain, there is definitely a chance for us. But that's what I also said about Germany and Spain. So,
I mean, I think I'm going to go the Spain-France game first. I think it'd be 1-1 and Spain win on penalties.
Okay.
And I think Torres and Tchouaméni will score there.
Oh yeah, I'm not telling you who will score because, you know, I got no idea.
No, but I think with the England game, I'm just gonna put this out there. Every time I've said England will lose, they've won.
I'll say they'll lose, please.
So I've gone with 2-1 Netherlands. I've gone Depay and Gakpo will score for the Netherlands and Bellingham will score for England. That's what I'm saying anyway.
Yeah. What is Bellingham like a comeback goal or is that starting us off and then it goes downhill?
I think it will be Depay scores, then Bellingham will score, and then Gakpo will score like really late
89th
on,
minute, yeah.
like really late on to like drown with the fans in like beer.
Yeah.
They already were drowned in beer, but like even more.
Even more
Drums.
so, yeah.
Yeah. Right. Anyway, Jack, I think you're.
It's everyone's favourite part of the show. Game segment. We need what we need is we need a name for this. So
Have you got that? Because mine last week was hammering the Euros, and I think that was quality.
yeah, well, what I'm talking about is like the segment, right?
Oh yeah.
So I want all our listeners to go onto our YouTube, Hammering the Premier League, if you're not already on there and you're listening on Spotify. And I want you to go into the comments and I want you to come up with a name. It can be funny, it can be dark, it can be stupid, whatever you want. Just come up with a name and we'll get the most liked one, or if any, like on the show next week. But
very good advertisement there. But
Charlie, are you ready?
I don't know. You've been hyping this up all week, and I don't know what to expect. It might be awful. It might be difficult. It might be easy. I don't know. Just go into it.
Name 6 players that played in the 2006-2007 Great Escape season.
You what? You what? Why? Why?
No, do you know what? I thought to myself. Like, do you want to know? I've been kind to you, okay? Because no, okay, just wait. Do you want to know what it was going to be?
Go on.
What it was going to be was you had to name the starting lineup.
Okay, you've been kind.
It was gonna be. You've got to name the starting lineup for the 1966 World Cup final.
No, I would not have been able to do
Yeah,
that.
I know. So I did. So then I was like, I said to myself, oh no, I'll give him an easy one. And then I went, oh yeah, we'll do the 1962 FA Cup final lineup like for West Ham. And I was like, no. So compared to what I could have done, okay.
Okay, yeah, you've been pretty fair to me. I mean, what I did for you last
to be
week,
fair, that what you did for me was difficult for me last week because I hadn't got a clue. Yeah, I wasn't even watching back then. But you yourself said that your 2000s onwards is player knowledge is quite good. And I mean, looking through the list, I went on Wikipedia because I had absolutely no idea. But looking through the list, I mean, I've got more than 6, so there is quite a few that you can choose from. But I mean, like, we've got people that are, I think, are quite obvious. So
right, let me just get into this, man.
yeah,
Joe Cole.
Hang on, I'm looking. No.
Oh no, Carlos Tevez.
I'm looking. No.
You're kidding. I'm thinking 2007 to 8, aren't I?
I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong. I've only written down about 13 from Wikipedia, so.
Why have you written down 13?
Because that was the only. I searched up 2006, 2007 West Ham players, and it came up with only them. So let me check
on the ones that it came up with.
Hold on. Wait. Flip's sake! You interrupted me. Now I've got to count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There was 17 here.
Raphael's. Oh wait, no, that's no. Carlton Cole.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's your first one of 6.
Rio Ferdinand. Oh no.
No. What I'm going to do to make this a bit tricky, so you can actually lose, I'm going to give you 6 more tries.
No, come on.
Okay,
Come on.
seven more tries.
No, just until I give up. I mean,
Okay, all right.
okay. Oh, I'm gonna say Rob Green. Is that his name? Rob Green?
Nope.
UC Escalainen?
Huh?
UC Escalainen?
Nope.
I'm trying to think of my goal. David James?
Nope.
Oh man. Julian Dix.
No.
Oh my boy.
There's one like that's so obvious.
Kevin Nolan.
No.
Mark Noble.
No, he didn't play for us in 2006.
Probably. I don't know. Scott Parker.
No.
DiCanio. No, he was earlier, wasn't he?
No. Oh, come on, Chaz. You're meant to know this stuff.
Carroll.
What's his first name?
Andy Carroll.
No.
Oh,
You're close. You're close. There is a name that's Carol on there, but you need to get his first name.
Michael.
No.
I don't know any more Carrolls. Bruce. Carroll.
No.
Oh,
Do you give up? Do you want me to tell you?
I've got 1 out of 6 so far. Who did I say? Was it Colton Cole?
Yeah, Carlton Cole.
Did I say Kevin Nolan?
Yeah, it's not he's not on there. Do you want to know?
Frickin' heck.
Do you want to know?
Oh, Gus Poyet.
Nope.
No, it's like I've got the players in my head. I can see them.
Right.
I can't see them.
I'm gonna give you 30 seconds.
I'm not going to have to do that in 30 seconds, mate.
Or just have one more guess. If you get it right, I'll let you have another guess. If not, then I win this week.
All right, that's fair. So I've had Colton Cole. I've already said Nolan, Parker, Noble, other Cole. Oh,
Come on, Chaz. Just give us a name.
you're saying one's really obvious, and that's killing me. Mm,
Okay, I'm just gonna tell you. These are the ones that you're gonna kick yourself over. Roy Carroll.
Yeah. I don't know who that is.
Okay.
To be honest.
Anton Ferdinand.
Oh, I was gonna say Len Ferdinand.
But yeah, there weren't really like Teddy Sheringham, Christian Daly, George McCartney.
I thought he played like
George McCartney.
McCartney.
Hayden Mullins, Jonathan Spector.
That's difficult, man.
Dean Ashton.
Oh, I would not have got that. Oh, I know him, but I wouldn't have got
Marlon Harewood. Matthew Etherington. Danny Gabidon.
Oh man.
Yeah. Anyway, so I've won this week. I have won this week. The current score, if you listeners are wondering, it's Chaz 1, Jack 1. So it's all tied. And this will go on till the end of this series, which will be at the end of the Premier League season.
Oh man, that was fair play. Fair play.
I tried to make it hard, but not too hard.
Who was the obvious one? Anton Ferdinand?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
And George McCartney.
See, I knew McCartney, but I a lot of those players I knew actually, but it's like I thought they either played later on or earlier on. I wouldn't have thought like 2006.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Can't
well,
believe you said Nobes.
well, so he was probably in the academy at that point. I know he got promoted like 2007, 2008 ish.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just thought, like, was he in the team then?
You-
But obviously not.
Yeah. Right.
But
Anyway, I think that might be the end of the episode.
yeah, that's us done. So
Wow.
thank you for
Second week done.
Yeah, second week done. Thank you for listening. If you're listening on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. And go check out our Spotify page as well. And finally, if you're listening on Spotify, don't forget to give us a 5-star review. It really helps us and encourages us to keep making more quality content like this.
Cool. You had trouble reading that, didn't you?
No, I was just
Was you trying to make it natural? Was you trying to make it natural? Because it really wasn't working.
I didn't know whether to say quality or not, you know.
Wow. Okay.
Anyway,
Careful.
shut up, Jack. You've been a I was going to say very good co-host, but after that comment,
Oh wow! All right, thanks.
you've been a co-host,
Right, yeah, appreciate that.
and tune in next week.